are at the elephant nature reserve. It's very beautiful. There's no chains. Let's see. This place is amazing. Elephant coming. There's a gentleness here. Beauty. There's beauty. Thrilling.
We're gonna do some elephant feeding right now. We're here at the Elephant Rescue Park. You might have seen this on TV. This woman is incredible. Her name is Lek, and she's been very passionate about rescuing elephants that have been horribly abused, circus elephants, logging elephants, and just a light worker, really. She's not here today, I understand, but we're just so happy to be here and see people, so many people caring and actually doing something. So yeah.
It's really special. These elephants are so happy.
Finally seeing happy elephants,
no
not chained.
There's no
How much they all bond together, even though none of them are actual family. They immediately start, creating their little bonds and looking out for each other. The amount of love here is incredible. I mean, this is what has tamed everything. This is what has created these bonds and these relationships. Not pain, not fear, not submission, but just love. And I'm so happy to be here and be a part of that. So Jess, you want to film them? Do you want me to film you first feeding them, or how do you want to?
These are happy elephants. They have no chains. That's beautiful. She's got a blind eye.
Absolutely.
It's rolling now.
I think I want to sponsor an elephant.
A walking banana.
A walking banana.
She's beautiful.
So you don't like your vegetables, but you like your fruit.
How do they work? Do they just come back when they want to? They know the time. They know the time. And after this group done, the baby
So happy in the eyes. Some happy eyes. There's a happy eye.
It's their colonies are amazing. Like, you really see the difference.
She's not crying.
Try this one. We have a lot of this one. You have to have some vegetables. Come on. Come on. You have to have some vegetables. It's good for you. What did your mother tell you about eating your vegetables? Yes! Girl. There we go. There's so many.
Okay, see this place, it's very nice and natural. I think this is the future of humans and nature relationship. It's not about being entertained by nature, it's about just being near it, which is great. Just being near and appreciating. You don't have to have an elephant play soccer. Just being near them. Appreciate their beautiful divineness. These babies remind me of like the goddess Ma, the spirit of the earth incarnate, the big earth mother. They're so beautiful. It's such a spiritual relief to be around a caringness. Look at these feet unchained. That's it. Happy feet in the mud. These babes are fat as pigs, it's great. There's just a richness in sharing, and I think in the future human beings, just to share with Mother Nature is enough. It's as good as it gets.
I have more watermelon, I assure you.
That can be a treat.
Yeah. I've never seen such little teeny watermelons. Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is a special treat. Oh, look what I have. Does this interest you? Do you eat veggies? I've got a mango. It's Jessica's favorite too. Yeah, she holds it. Can I just put it for you?
It's beautiful, and look at this jungle. So it turns out that with sponsorship you could buy all the elephants, put them on a few thousand acres of jungle, and that would end the problem. So if you've got a spare billion out there, maybe here's a project for you. These are some rescued dogs from the floods in Bangkok.
And rolling.
This is the elephant who's blind in both eyes, which is, she's really found herself in heaven.
The story of this elephant we saw on a movie in the bus, they were telling us. Oh. It's a heartbreaking story about this elephant. It was bawling my eyes out when I heard it. That she was working as a logging elephant, and she was pregnant, and a baby she gave birth to while she was working, and the baby rolled down the hill and died, and she was so sad and grieving about it, she refused to work. And because she refused to work,
She's 1,000 times more gentle in her energy field because she's blind.
I know.
Very, very moving.
She became blind because when she refused to work, they stabbed her eyes.
Yeah, and then she threw a tantrum and then they slingshot her the other one. So guys, this is a mass quantum jump out of cruelty. Take the first jump into a truly harmonious and respectful relationship with nature. She just touched my heart really deeply.
I'm gonna zoom in on this teardrop eye that they said that she always has. Oh, that's for baby. There's nothing more magical than looking in the eye of an elephant. There's something so prehistoric and timeless.
See how soft she is.
No, there's no more.
Because she's sensing with her trunk because she's blind.
Okay, hold on a second, right here. Right here, take that. That was nice and sweet. Did you drop it? Just get it?
Oh, God.
Oh. Bananas for her? Oh, we have bananas. We have bananas for you.
She's so gentle, eh?
You want to get some bananas?
Yeah.
She's so gentle.
Come here, baby. No, wait, just eat the whole thing.
You want a big bunch?
Maybe just one at a time.
Oh, feed another one. Okay.
It's a blind baby. Have some bananas. Did you feel her field, Jay?
Yeah.
It's like different.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah.
You like that? You want more?
It's a blind elephant. It's
I
just...
can't get it too fast if you're drooling. You're so excited about it.
Oh, she's throwing them in there like Smarties.
Oh, hold on a second. And one more.
Your favorite maybe, I have a
I
feeling.
don't have any more. Let's see if I can get you some more. We'll track down some more.
Oh, she's adorable. The trunk feels so different, not like an arm, but like a sense. That's her eyes. She talks, doesn't she, Jay?
Sure does. Yeah? You have some more? Okay. Oh, it's time for us to continue on.
What's the name of that elephant?
แม่เขียว the mother of green color.
That's beautiful.
Mother of the color green.
Yeah. Divine.
What a poetic concept. Doesn't like that one very much.
She prefers melon.
They all like watermelons.
It's just a park. That's quite a label to
I've seen a
have.
lady with such a beard before.
This is so yummy.
Did you film when the elephant ate her hat?
I know, I missed it, but she just ate someone's hat.
She ate a guy's hat.
It was a grass one.
Are they scared of mice? Is it true? Elephants are scared of mice.
Oh, they're scared of every kind of small animals that pass.
Okay.
You heard that? Rumbling sound.
She's nervous.
I mean, comforting. This hair is very soft.
Change mode. Meadow. Meadow. Meadow.
Love you.
Aww.
Favorite elephant, which is Meadow.
Meadow.
She's absolutely a sweetheart.
She's really sweetie. Hi.
You really bond with her. She really responds to the energy that we're sending her. She was injured when she was working as a logger. And because she broke her ankle that she couldn't work, so they tried to have her go into breeding, forced breeding program. And the male elephant was very aggressive because she wouldn't have him. And so he broke her hip, apparently. It's right there, you can kind of see that she walks a little funny. She always limps, but they say she's not in pain anymore because she runs.
If I was going to sculpture an elephant out of bronze, this is the most beautiful forehead ever. Yeah, a supermodel girl. And this is your honey. You guys, this is the twin souls loving each other. Okay. They're honeys. Wow, I can actually feel the synergy between the two. Their group love. Okay.
Now,
Feel my heart. You warmed it up. Shabby. I hope I warmed yours too. I warm my heart. I warm yours too. Aww.
Meadow! Meadow, how come I love you so much?
She's just the sweetest angel. These two, they're like two little honeys. Ooh!
What was it? Don't stand in between two elephants, you get smushed.
That's a good girl.
I love you because you snap me with your ears too.
She's got the prettiest eyes.
We have to go eat, Meadow. We'll come back and play with you.
There's a bit of a pool party going on down there. Oh, is this mummy? There's the famous Lek, elephant whisperer. Elephant whisperer. Okay. Adam, we come to her. Come to
It like waved by her. Who's why? Do you want a shot too, Jessie?
Yeah. Let me take one photo.
Jess, you want her to kiss you?
Yeah, she can. Hold on.
Near Toronto. Yeah, Ontario.
I love your place too. Thank you.
And when an elephant like this one is blinded by chronic abuse, there's no public outcry, no penalties.
If we keep the situation like this all the time, I can't see the future for them.
Thailand's thriving tourist economy hinges on a worldwide fascination with these giants. Yet not much is done to make sure they're healthy or well treated.
They tend to get bought by owners that don't love the elephants, that they just see them as a way of making money.
A century ago, there were 100,000 elephants in Thailand. That number's fallen by a staggering 95%. You'd think it would kick up quite a stir. It hasn't. Only a few isolated people are waving red flags. My name is Jennifer Heil. As a journalist drawn to contradictions and the struggle of endangered species, I want to understand what's going on here. The search begins in Bangkok. Tangles of skyscrapers crowd a horizon where vast forest once stood. Seems I can't go a city block without bumping into an elephant in one form or another. They're symbols of good luck, the king's divine right to rule, even religious icons. Thais often say elephants helped build this nation. They were tanks in times of war, bulldozers in times of peace. But there's no doubt they helped revolutionize this landscape. And by doing that, helped demolish their own natural habitat. Logging was banned in Thailand in 1989 after people realized that clearing away the trees made the annual monsoon floods a lot worse. The ban gave the forest a badly needed break. Good news for wild elephants, bad news for domestic ones. Most were out of a job. Many were abandoned. With their habitat already in pieces, they had nowhere to go. They became pests, killed as crop raiders, hunted by poachers, or sold into neighboring Burma. Their population crashed. Today, there are about 2,500 domestic elephants left, and that number is still going down. I'm starting to realize that pretty soon there won't be much of a place for elephants in the very country they helped build. Down this road, there's someone who worries about that a lot. I'm on my way to meet Samdunshi to Chiang Mai. In a lot of ways, his story is the story of every Thai elephant. As in many developing nations, agriculture rules here. A growing population needs land to make a living. On the fault line between farm and forest, if an elephant wanders into precious crops to feed, as Chiang Mai's mother did, the consequences can be fatal.
She gets shot because she walked to somebody's plantation and eat the corn. Chiang Mai must heard the gunshot and he jumped to hiding.
Newly born Chiang Mai was stranded for 3 days without milk or water. Eventually, villagers stumbled on him. He was stuck between 2 trees which cut deep wounds into his skin.
They couldn't believe what they saw in front of them. His eyes really hardly open. The trunk is very wide because he lost a lot of blood.
The villagers called Lek right away. Her home video shows Chiang Mai when she first rescued him. The situation was grim. Saving an orphan who's less than a week old is considered impossible.
I so much worried. I thought he was going to die, and I couldn't sleep for the first night at all. I had to be with him all the time.
Chiang Mai needed milk and medicine around the clock. That took a heavy toll on Lek.
One night my body couldn't accept anymore. I collapsed. And I wake up when I feel some little feet on my face, and he started to shake me and give me a big kiss. I think that time is Chiang Mai are already getting better. He showed his feeling.
Now, Chiang Mai is a playful 7-month-old with an independent streak. Roll it yourself? This isn't the first time Lex had such a close bond with an elephant. She grew up in a remote hill tribe, the granddaughter of a shaman, a traditional healer. When she was 5, he received an elephant named Goldie as payment for saving a man's life. Elephants became part of her family, part of daily life, even part of her religion. We're here to have these religious scarves blessed. The chanting and holy water make them sacred. In the forest, there'll be powerful charms, protecting trees from chainsaws. At the end of the ceremony, things take an unexpected turn. The head monk announces he wants to join Lek in her forest crusade. Together, we'll start on a journey to a mountaintop called Heaven. The goal here is to make elephants submissive. The Pajan is a centuries-old tradition and the cornerstone of the complex relationship between Thai people and their elephants. On a quiet morning, a family of elephants feeds outside Hue Bong in northern Thailand. For this young female, it's a last moment of peace. The animals are herded into a nearby clearing. They have no way of knowing the significance of the cage waiting there. It's called the training crush. The term crush is appropriate. By caging the elephant's body, the handlers hope to crush her independence. A rope goes over the young female and the pujan begins. She's tied into a cage where she barely fits. Whenever she struggles, she's beaten. The sticks would be bad enough, but they have nails on the end. To get a quicker response, sometimes the handlers will stab the elephant's sensitive inner ear. She's 4 years old. This is probably the first time she's been separated from her mother. She'll spend 3 days and nights in this crush. In addition to the beatings, villagers use sleep deprivation, hunger, and thirst to turn her into a submissive working elephant.
They try to show for the elephant who is the boss. That is the way to control the elephant working.
The men are training the elephant to raise her legs on command. She has to step into a hobble just slightly bigger than her feet, and she can't see it. The pain and confusion of voices make it next to impossible. They also force her to accept human riders. This is the first time anyone's climbed on her back. For young boys imitating their fathers, it becomes a game. Nearly all of Thailand's domestic elephants go through this. The tradition is hundreds of years old. But it's something few outsiders have ever seen, much less filmed. I'm not the only one having a hard time watching this.
So much terrible to see the little baby elephant in that case. These animals are so much suffering.
To the 91-year-old shaman, the animal's suffering is necessary. Sehe is the spiritual leader of the crush. The villagers believe he uses black magic to break the elephant's spirit and cut her ties to her mother. But they think the beatings help too.
They said that they have to let the elephant taste the pain. Then the elephant will understand how to listen.
It's hard to be objective about what I'm seeing. I feel increasingly depressed and angry. I thought the Roots, a traditional Thai culture, really loved their elephants. Nearby, a young male has just finished 7 days in the training crush. Males fight harder and suffer more injuries. He's covered in wounds. Trying to move him into the village turns into a mob scene. To me, it's chaos, but villagers say it's all part of training. They'll do this every day until the elephant obediently follows his owner. Lek argues brutality like this can make elephants aggressive and dangerous. Still, the shaman tells Lek this is the only way to domesticate an elephant. Out here, elephants are tools, not cultural icons.
He'll be so happy when the village people can have elephant to work. And he quite sad if sometimes he doesn't die.
But Sehe thinks those deaths are a necessary sacrifice. And in Thailand, he has the right to make that choice. Legally, these animals are livestock, not an endangered species. Lek, who grew up in a hill tribe just like this one, thinks it's time to rethink this tradition. But changing a practice so deeply ingrained and so little known in the outside world won't be easy. For now, she's one of the only people calling for change. When the female's let out of the crush, her life doesn't get easier. There will be weeks of more training. You can hear her anger and confusion. She has no way to defend herself. Finally, we're given permission to help. Lex brought a vet, Dr. Prasid, and American volunteer Julia Ferdinand to clean the elephant's wounds and give antibiotics. Without Lek, these elephants wouldn't get any medicine. As we tend to his injuries, the male elephant helps out by cleaning the wounds around his tusk. There's nothing unusual about what this elephant went through. It's typical for working elephants here. Lek is determined to spare her young orphans from this same fate. She is breaking from tradition and experimenting with a whole new way of connecting with elephants.
Lucky. One elephant is crying. That's a real elephant.
And it says there, for people who can't read, just by all the elephants, make 30 more parks. If one elephant is crying, we are all crying too. In love, we move forward. Jess and Jess, Shabby Shack, Shamanese to show. And we have an angel elephant of our favorite elephant meadow. And this is Lek, the lady that's here, the elephant whisperer, who's responsible for all of this. She's amazing. So we come to the end of our time at the Elephant Sanctuary. And it was very informative and eye-opening. And we understand that there are only about 5,000 elephants left. And we're all about solutions here on Shabby Shack Shamanese to show. It's not just about traveling and connecting with your inner child, but it's also about meeting the light workers who are walking their talk and finding solutions and uniting the world with our hearts and our passion and our desire for change. And so as we were brainstorming solutions, I thought we would share some with the lovely Jessica. Jessica, will you move a little bit closer so we can have the elephant's face too?
Well, considering there's only 5,000 elephants left,
There.
and these elephants actually went through a patong ceremony, which I'm horrified the way shamans have misused their power in the past. And if you have the opportunity to break a tradition, please feel free to. This like constricting restraint of stick to old, utterly immoral traditions is just over. It's like enough of that. So if there's only 5,000 elephants and they're only going at 300,000 baht each, which is not very much money, why not all those people who have all those extra billions simply buy the 5,000 elephants, maybe put up about 30 more parks. This is the perfect template. There's more than enough people who have a life's work ahead of them that they can work with nature. Do you see that? As opposed to there's only 35 elephants here having a great time, and
They're so happy.
this is a far more spiritual experience, just being in the presence of animals. I think human beings mustn't feel the need to be entertained all the time. We've got a brain, we must entertain ourselves and stop weighing so heavily on nature. Nature will adorn us with unimaginable mysteries, but we have to put in effort too, because it's a part of us. And I was just pointing out that if one elephant is crying, we're crying too, and if there's 100,000 people out there feeling a little bit depressed, the source of this pain is this unimaginable cruelty that's going on behind the scenes around the world. So if you could put your little light working hands together, guys, go into your heart, find your calling, and then just rise to the occasion. And we're here to bring the golden age into manifestation.
So many wonderful people that are donating here, and there's people who live in North America, Australia, Europe. Our money is a lot more and goes a lot longer way here in Thailand.
Bless some food here. May this project expand and actually encompass all elephants. Only 5,000 left. That's just a very tiny number.
And they're only rescuing elephants that are in retirement, basically, that are so injured and blind that they can't work anymore. And it seems like we need to repopulate the elephant community. It's a wake-up call, definitely. It's very hard to be on this planet a lot of the times. See all the things, see all the work that we have to do.
And like this concept of cruelty is just gotta go, guys. I can't do stuff behind the scenes and think it's not gonna be seen. Everything is seen and heard, and
That's what Revelations means. Come to light of what's been hidden.
Yeah,
Not the end of the world bullshit. Maybe the end of their world, but we also did get to see Lek today.
which was really great. She's totally magical. She's just like a nature spirit, like elephant goddess incarnate, and you can see immediately there she is in the elephant's hearts, and she's obviously counseled them all out of their terrible patong ceremony, gotten them over that unimaginable trauma. Imagine being tied up for 3 days, bound, and basically tortured. Try that on for size,
Being
please.
poked constantly with sharp sticks.
In the ears till you
Where the
bleed.
most sensitive areas is their ears.
These babies, they don't have very thick skin. They've got like fine hair. I don't know, they're gentle. They're gentle like dolphins are gentle. So here we are. I know some things might be heartbreaking, but it's better just to face them, to go into that pain and to sort it out once and for all. When the elephants are grazing happily in the fields, we're all going to start feeling really nice. We're going to start to feel the sunsets and sunrises in our hearts on
As
a
a
group
collective.
level, yeah. So let's get happy and spread love.
This is our guide, Kwan, and she was talking to me about something that I was thinking about, the elephants needing to have a repopulation with the dwindling life of the elephants that are happening to the point of potential extinction. So the problem is that there's not enough land in Thailand for such a thing to be able to be facilitated. So in looking into other countries around Thailand, she was sharing with me about Cambodia. And what has Cambodia?
Now we start a project in Cambodia. We call Cambodian Project, cooperated with the Cambodian government and American investor. The Cambodian government let us access to the forest, 85,000 acres, to do the same thing as here as the Elephant Nature Park we do. But the objective that now we have to find out which animals, only elephant or another animals in Burma. Oh, no, in Cambodia. So now this is still first step. We built the main area for the staff to live there and for the volunteers to go and learn from that area as well. And then we find out which animal we put it in.
it's not just about the elephants, it's about all the animals, which is really, really
right now
awesome.
still don't know.
And Lek is looking into having some space in Germany as well, too. That's correct?
In Germany, Lek, she went to Germany to talk about the animals' rights and animals conservation area. But right now, she come back, and then we'll see what's gonna happen next.
Okay, and for anybody who's watching this, what do you suggest people can do for how they can help?
What we can do now in Thailand, I'm the one that really love animals, include all kind of animals. Now I work for elephant, and here I work for the conservation center for elephants. We rescue the elephant from common place from Thailand. It's about elephant trekking camp, elephant do a show, do a tricks. Everywhere in Thailand is very common for Thai people. So I would like to be the one that's come out and say that not to support that kind of any elephants abusement. When you go there to the elephant trekking camp to watch the show, elephant do trick, elephant playing football, elephant painting, that means use a part of supporter that kind of industry running.
And horrible torture that they undertake in order to be there and do such acts.
We can't imagine what happened before that elephant. It's not their instinct to do pain or to do to play football, to entertain people like that. So please think about that first. Elephant is a wild animal. They should to be in the wild.
They have a huge heart though too, and they do love people as well if we just build a good relationship and not one of fear and pain. And is there anything else that you can suggest that people can do to help with this wonderful movement, these projects?
For me, for Thai people,
for anybody who's watching this, for you, I think you shared that, and now for everybody who's watching this, what does this park, this project need the most?
Nothing much. You just come and check by yourself. You know, you from all over the world, come and check it. How we treat elephant, how our Mahut have a relationship with the elephant, and how elephant respond to our staff. You can compare. You can come and check by yourself. Go to another trekking camp as well. You have to go everywhere that they have an elephant industry or elephant show or everything, and you observe by yourself, and you will find the answer.
So come visit the park for a day, or volunteer for a week to 2 weeks to immerse yourself in this world and see what they're doing, and it also helps support this project as well financially.
Yeah.
You guys are also looking for people to donate as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
You can sponsor an elephant or adopt an elephant.
You
for
can adopt elephant. You can sponsor
baht
elephants. Yes.
A year.
Everybody can sponsor or adopt same elephants. Each year is only 2,000 baht per person.
That's wonderful. Anything else you want to share, Kwan?
Anything else?
Is that it?
I love everybody as I love animals, everybody's here, same level. Human being, another creature. We have to take care of another member of this world. Thank you.
You're beautiful. Thank you.